Hi guys, and welcome to the archives of Midnight Manuscript. Thanks for joining me here right now. As of this moment, we're actually listing down some reasons on why people are interested on the unknown. Now, I'm so sorry if my voice sounded like this. I'm already feeling under the weather because of the time here in the Philippines right now. It's, as you can see, almost midnight. So just fitting to do this right now while my kids are asleep. So yeah, if you know any reasons at all or anything like that, or do you want me to list out some reasons or add something while I'm actually drawing a piece that I will be doing on one of my long form videos, which is right now, I'm currently doing a sketch for the Ningen. I know it took me a long time to do another long form video. It's been a while now. But yeah, here are some of the reasons that I have listed down here at my notes. So, one of them is curiosity as a survival instinct. Now, this actually dates back in our history as humans. We have to survive by searching unknown charters or by going somewhere or eating some food that we are also not familiar with. That's actually one thing that we keep on doing up until this day. So before our ancestors tried to gather other foods, other types of berries, or anything like that, tried to hunt for animals. But before they did that, of course, there was like risk, mystery, everything that also coincides to that. So that's actually one thing that I think is the reason on why people are interested in the unknown or on the unknown, which is what I usually do here in Midnight Manuscript is that I try my best to explain these urban legends, horror stories, things that try to direct us to what exactly our past is, not just our present, but also our future. So all three all together is like a timeline that we continue on growing. With that said, aside from curiosity that we also have this thrill of mystery surrounding us, like how things happened, why is it called this, how did people see those things, and such. So, those are just some things that I think are the foundation on the question that we have right now on why we search for the unknown, why we are interested in it. And with that said, we also have this desire for meaning and understanding. We want to know a lot of things. That's one thing that, as a human, we crave for. We want to learn the meaning of things, like how would this happen? If this happened, what would I do? For example, there wouldn't be anything on our books like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, anything like that, if our brains are not intact on our problem solving skills. I'm really sorry about the noise. There's a fan above me, there's motorcycles outside, and I can't help it. It's just the way it is here. So, yeah, that's actually one of the things. Why is it going to YouTube? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, so that's actually one thing that we crave for. We like to find meaning on things. For example, superstitions. There's a lot of people, superstitions like from different countries. Aside from superstitions, legends, urban legends, creatures of the unknown, things that we haven't explored, there's a lot of things that we want to know the answers for. With our novels, our movies that has evolved from years, that's our emotional escape that we have, I think. So that's actually one of those things that could answer on why people are really interested on the unknown. So if you're listening right now on what I'm saying or what I'm rambling about on all of these things, please do drop a like or considering subscribe, because that's what I just really talk about all throughout this YouTube channel of mine. I talk about horror, suspense, and a lot of things. As you can see here, I have a lot of notes, and I'm not really sure how to work on this YouTube live. This is actually really new to me. Like, the supposed intro is, why do we feel chills when someone tells us a ghost story? Like, why can't we stop thinking about urban legends that may or may not be real? A lot of people try to debunk them, but why? So that's why we're diving deep into why humans are obsessed with the unknown. And I promise that once you hear this, you'll understand why you clicked on this stream in the first place. So, as I mentioned earlier, people are interested in the unknown because it sparks curiosity. It stimulates our imagination and offers the possibility of discovery. The unfamiliar challenges of our understanding provides the sense of mystery and adventure, and it also often holds the potential for new opportunities or insights. Now, this natural attraction has driven human exploration, innovation, and storytelling throughout history. So, if you think about all those reasons that I have listed down here, from curiosity as our survival instinct, the thrill of mystery, and the need of understanding, also the emotional escape, allure of risk, some of us are really drawn to this type of danger and excitement that come with exploring the unfamiliar. Think of it this way. You think that you're not really a risk taker until you ride your first roller coaster, your first thrill ride. What do you think the person that invented the roller coaster felt? Why did he or she or they them wanted to create something like that? For the thrill of it or for something? Social influence as well is one of the reasons, or there could be reasons, because of course media already glamorized the mystery, making it like a shared fascination, from book lovers to moviegoers, sci-fi hunters, and things like that. Our hope for discovery. The unknown holds the promise of breakthroughs, solutions, and progress. And as mentioned earlier, the imagination stimulation. It fuels our creativity, makes us imagine things beyond our own understanding, which actually gives us that urge to find what really is out there, not just in the outer space, but on on the deep sea. Like for example, this Ningen. The Ningen is quite new to the game of urban legends. Fairly new. It was just discovered um, a while back, like 2000s, late 2000s or early 2000s by whale researchers. I'm so sorry, my nose is clogged. So yeah, some people think that the Ningen is not true, but how can we be so sure? Because we barely touch the surface of our oceans, our seas. We don't even know what is actually out there. What could be hiding beneath us? Or what could be hiding on plain sight that we don't see? That's one thing that really fascinates me, especially with this urban legends kind of things. Not just with this, but also horror stories. It's one thing that fuels my imagination to go further and explore some more. Now, I'm not sure if you're also one with me when it comes to this, but I've been watching a lot of ghost hunting, explaining paranormal activities, and such urban legends, things like that. To be honest, I've been the motorcycle. Okay, so to be honest, I've been fascinated with it for quite some time now. I even experienced one urban legend myself when I was really young. Well, that's what my parents said, but I can vividly remember something when I was young that happened that even I couldn't explain what it was. And up until now, it keeps on haunting me, and I think it's something to do with our imagination playing tricks on us. But a lot of people believe that it's more than just our imagination. That those people, including me, believe that it's more. Have been really fascinated with a lot of things like this urban legends, as I mentioned earlier, horror stories, which I experience almost every day ever since I was young. So, those horror stories that I have shared on this channel before in one of my videos, one of those is actually real. And I'm not sure if you find that video on my channel right now. If you can, that will be my challenge for you guys that's listening to me right now, is that you can try and debunk or find that video of mine where I'm telling like 5 horror stories and tell me which one I experienced myself. Because that's actually just one thing. Since no one has submitted any stories yet on my email, which you can do by the way if you have experienced the unknown or experienced something spooky that up until now it haunts you, you can email me at late night whispers by hope at gmail.com. That's all in one wordings. So you can actually email me all your spooky stories there and tell me what has spooked you or what has scared you so much that up until now you can vividly remember what happened. Now, I usually tell all those stories to my kids, not to scare them, but to feed their imagination and curiosity. I'm not sure why, but I usually say to my kids that if you don't have imagination, you're not winning anything at all in life. Imagination is key to everything. It's fine if you color your ketchup brown or pink. Well, that happened before, as I believe, but just here in the Philippines, I believe. I'm not sure if on other places in the world has that, like it's like a Royola. Wait, I'm getting distracted again. So yeah, I'm Actually going to cheat a bit here because I can't make a perfect circle, but I'm not going to make a perfect circle. I forgot. So yeah, that's actually one thing that I always tell my kids is because the reason why I always tell my kids that is they're curious. I want to feed their curiosity some more. I want their imaginations to go wild, up and beyond things that they can see. A lot of things can't be seen. Now, the other day, my kid actually told me, like, ghosts aren't real, even said that God's not real. But you know what? I'm not touching on that subject, but there's actually one saying that stuck to me for so long, which is air or the wind real? Well, she said yes. And she asked why I asked that. Now I told her, if you think that the air is real, then why can't you see it? Can you touch it? No. So I asked her again, so you think everything that can't be seen are not real? Maybe it's just because those people can't see those things. Well, not yet. I don't think the eyes of an ingen should be this big though. Oh, look at my reference. Oh, okay. I don't know how to draw, guys, to be honest. I'm using my fingers right now. Um, as you can see with the lines and all, I'm not, I need stabilizer. I'm not really sure how to say it. But yeah, I need that so that I can draw properly here on Ibis Paint. Now, I've been using Ibis Paint for I'm not sure how long. But I want this jagged edges, like this uncertain lines to pop out. If you're still watching this right now at the 20-minute mark, I'm going to show you a little sneak peek on what exactly is going to be like the next on my lists of urban legends, which I'm actually redoing, if you know what I mean. This one legend is called the Popobawa. Popobawa is and I think it's an East African folklore. Now, it fascinated me on how they can enter houses without. Why is it like that? Oh, sorry. So, how they can enter houses without being detected so much. Like, what is it with these urban legends that they can just go in and out of your life or just show themselves to you and not really like leave a dent on anything, like no forced entry or anything like that, unlike with true crimes. Oh, I like that smile. Okay, so yeah, that's actually one thing that I've been thinking about all these days is those or this urban legends has been with us for so long. It's been passed down on generations. I think it's quite impossible for us to, you know, make this up. Or why did our ancestors think of this? Now, it could be like their eyesight gone wrong or something faked it, like the photo of Nessie, but I still believe there is a water horse. I need to light up something. I can't breathe. So that's actually one thing that I've been thinking about for so long. Like, why did our ancestors actually They create these stories. If they just created the stories, or they seen something, maybe they've seen something and they don't know what it was and made stories about it, that it was passed down from generation to generation, changing the story from each generation that it was passed down on. It's just like a telephone game. Like, let's say on the telephone game is, you said, what's a good word? I'm not really sure what's a good word or a good sentence. Uh, what is, I can't breathe. Like, for example, so for example, the first line on the telephone game says, hope for discovery. And then when it passed down, it's still hope for discovery. But when it comes to like the fifth part, it becomes hope to cover. And it just goes on up until it just changed all throughout. We have discovered. So something like that. I think it's something like that that actually happened, and why some of these legends can actually be made. We have explored throughout history. Like, I'm not sure if there are any Filipino explorers, since I am a Filipino, but we have been explored. Like, the people that explored the world, why did they do it? What were they finding? Now, most actually try to find like gold or things like that, but I think it's something more that they're trying to prove. Like, what exactly leads them into thinking that they can find those things on such uncharted waters? Like, what's the actual reason on why they did it? Like, what's the reason on why they tried to search so far and wide just for something that they don't even know if it exists? They don't even know if it's something that they can find on those waters. It's things like that that keeps me up at night, to be honest. I keep on thinking on what could be the reason why they explored it. Now, if you actually just tuned in right now, again, hi, my name is Hope. I am the researcher here at Midnight Manuscript. And welcome, by the way. Thanks for joining me here. Right now, we're listing out the reasons on why people are interested in the unknown, which is a question that I keep on asking myself over and over again. Each night, it keeps on bugging me. Now, I tried to research it so much that I came up with a lot of things. Now, most of this, yes, I tried to ask ChatGPT about it. Now, I tried to dive deep into more why this answers was actually given. Like, finding examples. Like, for the curiosity of survival mechanism or a survival instinct is something that didn't come to mind. Curiosity, yes, but not as a survival mechanism. Well, I actually just checked here, like scientific expeditions into uncharted territories. That's one, which brings us to those people who actually tried to search far and wide just to find things that they don't even know if it really existed in those places that they went to, but they still took their chances. Now, what's bothering me is why they did it. What the hell am I doing? I'm sorry. So those are actually the reasons why I'm thinking of it. Where is my... So I'm not sure how to actually see the chats, which I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so so dumb when it comes to my own channel. I can't see. Yeah, I was watching Nikki tutorials. I'm so sorry. Oh, okay. So this is how you do it. Okay. Oh, okay. So you want me to draw you later. We can actually do that if you want. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to do this, as I mentioned. But yeah, you mean like a beetle? That's a beetle, right? I'm so sorry. I'm not really a good artist, but I will definitely try to draw a beetle later. I'll just look for things on how to draw it. As I mentioned earlier, I'm just using my fingers right now to draw. And to be honest, I'm not really good at it. I'm trying to find my rhythm on this drawing thing since before I actually tried uh, to enroll on an art school. I don't know how to do this. So yeah, that's actually one thing. I'm not sure how to put up the chats here. It's really bugging me right now. It's unlike what do you call this? It's not like a Streamlabs at all. I'm using YouTube directly because it won't let me stream using Streamlabs. And right now it's really bugging me. Oh god. So that's actually one of the reasons on why I make these videos, is just because that... how's the hands? So it's just 4 fingers. Oh shit. I don't even know how to draw hands. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyways. So yeah, it's actually one thing that making me want to, or those are the things that I want to be answered, to be honest. The reason why I actually made this stream is just to keep up with my brain right now, because it's not... oh shit, I'm sorry. I don't know how to draw hands. I hate this. Okay, that will do. So yeah, I just have to draw one hand and that's fine. So let me just erase this part so that it will be just like one big mass for the ningen. So the ningen is something that I really like. Since I mentioned earlier, they're fairly new. The fan is sabotaging me right now. Now, some people might think that they're not really adventurous when it comes to the paranormal, but we all want answers about things. Each night right now, I actually ask myself, what will happen? Like, after you die, what actually really happens? Like, do you get reborn or something like that? I'm not really sure how to use this. So, yeah, that's actually one thing that I love doing. Right now, I'm just going to continue on with this sketch. Let me just put a blank here. Oh, wait, no, not there. Here. So that it doesn't look like the man's floating off something that I don't know what is. I'm not a really good artist, as I mentioned earlier. I'm still trying to learn the fundamentals of it and how to do these things and all. So what I usually do with these things is that I make all of my characters like shadow figures only. Can I make it? Can I draw a hat? Raise some lines. I'm not sure what kind of hat this is, but yeah, I draw a hat. Just because I feel like he needs one. He needs a hat. So I'm actually doing this not just to like create anything, like disturb the peace of whatever, but I actually like telling stories about this. There's a lot of motorcycle outside. And it's also making me really, really nauseous right now. Maybe he should be holding something. I don't know where the proportion is for this one, but let me just remove everything. Ah, yeah. Now, we're going to add some teeth to our Ningen. Just because I can, and I think it's creepier that way. Things with sharp teeth gets me creeped out lots and lots. Now, don't get me wrong, I do get creeped out, I do get scared of the paranormal, but I still want to know what's like hiding there. I want to know what exactly we can see, some of that itching, like some itch that we want to learn more on those things that we don't really know if they exist or not. I'm not sure if this is going to be looking like a cartoon or what, but yeah, I'm doing it. I don't know how to see. Hi! Hi guys, by the way, welcome. Welcome to Midnight Manuscript. Welcome to the archives. Thanks for joining me here. Again, I'm actually listing down some reasons on why people crave or are interested in the unknown. Now, this is actually not just with urban legends, but everything altogether. Like, what is out there? What is outside our planet? Is there other lives? Which a lot of people are still trying to debuckle. A lot of people are trying to see what exactly is happening within us, within this earth. What's hiding that we can't see. Now, aside from curiosity, I actually list down a lot more reasons. Oh gosh, what did I do? So, yeah, those are a lot of reasons, like curiosity, the thrill of mystery, the desire for our understanding of the unknown, and some emotional escapism, the allure or our cravings for some risk and adventure, our social and cultural influence, like the media, movies, books, hope for discovery and progress, and of course, our active imagination. Those are just some things that I think fuels this question that I have right now. Now, if you do have other possible reasons that you think are the reasons why people are interested in this unknown, you can actually chat it down below. I'll try my best to look at the chats while I'm doing this, because as of now, since I'm screen sharing, I can't really see the chats that much. But thank you so much for watching. Thank you as well for that one like and a lot more. I'm still trying my best to navigate through this YouTube live, especially I'm screencasting Ibis Paint right now while I'm drawing the Ningen. That's actually what I'm drawing right now, which is my upcoming long form video. This is actually 7 legends in total. Let me just count it again. Maybe I'm wrong. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after the Ningen, after I'm done with this, there's actually one that wants me to draw the beetle. Yeah, I'll try my best to look for references, because again, I'm not a really good artist and I'm not really sure what I'm doing right now. This stream will go on just until I finish. Oh, I like that one. Okay, so just until I finish with the sketching of all the details that I need for the Ningen, which is almost done, but I will try my best to squeeze in everything. If you do have any questions, or if you have any suggestions on like urban legends that might be really known to your country, but or where you're from, but not like worldwide, something that is really talked about, I can actually do a research about it and talk about it on my channel. I can definitely try my best and give justice to that urban legend, especially that actually what fuels my imagination right now. A lot of urban legends is really going on in my brain. Now, one of them, I'm not sure if you know the Moss people. They're originated from Germany, I believe. Now, the Moss people are like tiny people that protects the forest. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So those are tiny people that protects the forest, which is really cool if you think about it. Yeah, I'm checking like the chats itself. I'm not really sure how to do this. I'm really sorry, guys. Yeah, I'll just say hi like that. I'm checking the chats because I don't know how to show up the chats here at my end. Maybe I have to like turn on something that I don't know on settings for YouTube. Maybe I just have to like turn on like some settings that I'm not really aware of. Maybe I should just put something like I want to draw some fins around this thing, and I think that will be fitting. That doesn't look like fin. Oh gosh. If you do have any suggestions or any scary stories that you want to share with me, or you want to share to everyone, you can actually stay anonymous and send it to me. You can actually check my bio. You can actually see there my email, which is late night whispers by hope at gmail.com. You can send it there, and I will talk about that maybe on the next live or even on a long form while trying to animate, or not animate, but doing a drawing about it. Is this bad? I think this is like turned around so weirdly for an iceberg. Maybe I just have to put something here. Needs to be put by this. Yeah, something like that. So those will be like floating ice since the Ningen was actually found from the Arctic. So I'm just gonna add a few more details on this one, and then we're gonna call it quits because I don't want to ruin some surprises that I have in store. But if you are still watching this right now, hi and welcome to the archives of Midnight Manuscript. Thanks for joining me here. Right now, I'm actually listing down some reasons on why people are interested in the unknown, which I have been talking about for quite some time now. So, as I mentioned earlier, the curiosity as a survival mechanism, like huh? From an evolutionary perspective, humans are wired to investigate the earlier. Early humans explored beyond their immediate surroundings, discovered new food sources, shelter, and tools, all of which increased their survival chances. Now, this same instinct actually drives us now to explore deep oceans, outer space, or even fictional worlds. Why can't I say worlds so fast? Also, the thrill of mystery. The uncertainty sparks tension and excitement, engaging our brains to seek answers on this question that we have right now and our need for understanding. Now, we really want to explain the unexplained, and we try to fill the gaps in our knowledge. Also is an emotional escape. Like, hello and welcome to Midnight Manuscript. Thanks for joining me here again. And again, we are listing some reasons on why people are interested on the unknown, why we try to search it, why are we getting scared or spooked by ghost stories? What's the actual reason why it sends chills down our spine when we learn things that we are unaware of? Why these things are happening around us? Is it really something that's been controlling those things? Or is it really just some legend that no one really knows? Right now, I'm actually here trying to explain, or at least explaining to myself on why these questions are actually with us. There's a lot of skeptics all around us. Like, this could be not real. Like, ghosts aren't real. These urban legends aren't real. But have we already asked ourselves one question that has been stuck in my brain, aside from this one, is is the wind real? Like, we can't touch it. We can feel it, yes, but we can't really touch it. It's not something tangible. It's also something that we can't really see, aside from the time where it's really cold or there's mist around us. That's the only time that we can say that the wind is real. But is it really real? Or just a figment of our imagination as well? Now, I think people are really interested in the unknown, even though that they're really skeptic about it, is because that they want to fuel that curiosity as our instinct since the ancient times. It's something that we have been doing for so long. So the sketch for the Ningen is actually now done. I might actually try to sketch another one right now, which is, let me just check my notes. After the Ningen, I will be sketching one legend that has been not really haunting, but has been sending chills down the spine of hikers on the Santa Lucia Mountains in California. I think that's in California, yeah. Let me check my script. Yeah, so the Dark Watchers are just like the Ningen. There's something of the unknown that we try to learn ourselves. We try to think that they're actually not real, but there's still a lot of people that are scared of them. Welcome to the archives. Welcome, welcome. So, welcome to the archives. My name is Hope. I am your researcher here at Midnight Manuscript. As of now, I actually done the sketch for the Ningen. I haven't done any coloring of it yet. But the sketch is done. As you can see, the sketch is done. I will be coloring it just like this one. If you know any of the urban legends that I'll be talking about in my future videos, feel free to drop a subscribe. Just to name a few, that will be Lamala Ora, Popobawa, the Manananggal, Ningen, the Dark Watchers, Mam Lambo, and the Moss People. Now, these are actually just 7 things that are unknown to us, but something that we know might be real or might be false. I'm not trying to debunk any of this. As of now, I'm actually trying to answer some questions on my head, which is why people are interested in the unknown. Now, I believe there are a lot of things on why people are interested in the unknown. But again, welcome to the archives of Midnight Manuscript. I am Hope, and I'll be a researcher of the unknown. If you do have any answer to the title, please drop it on the chat. I'm not sure how to look at that without going back and forth from Ibis Paint to YouTube. But yeah, also, you can also tell me some urban legends, superstitions, myths, and some spooky stories on my email, which is also included on the pinned message on this live. You can always check that out later on. But as of now, since I'm done with sketching the Ningen, I'll be sketching the Dark Watchers while answering this question that's like been on my head for so long. Now, the Dark Watchers are a Chumash folklore from California. I think it's Southern California, but I'm not really good with geography. So, yeah. So, Dark Watchers, or the Silent Watchers, as they are known, is said to scare hikers in the Santa Lucia Mountains. Now, this is actually because they don't attack. Just like the Ningen, there's actually no set attack at all. It is just said that they, just like every other types of creatures or other urban legends that don't attack, they just watch you and look at what you're doing, which is, I think, is more scary than those who actually follows you around or attacks, because you're not sure if they really don't attack or what. But most of them are like shadowy figures that you can see or hikers have seen in the Santa Lucia Mountains. Now, they say that it's a tall shadow figure with usually like top hats or a cane, which I'm not really sure why. It smells like gas right now inside here in my house, but I think it's from the outside motorcycles because there's a lot. So I'm really sorry for the noise. It's either the motorcycle or the fan. But thank you so much for watching. But to answer our question, why are we really interested on the unknown? What is really there or out there that keeps us from asking the same questions over and over again. Now, I have actually discussed some of these urban legends before, but I want to go more in depth on what they actually are and why do we chase them or want to know about them. There's a lot of people that try to chase the paranormals. Like, for example, one of my favorite YouTubers, Selena Myers, Chris Collins, Selena Spooky Boo, Call Me Chris, uh, Sam and Colby, to name such. There's actually a lot of them that touch this type of territories. Now, a lot of people are also skeptics when it comes to this. Now, the reason for those skeptics are really, really understandable as well. But they still try to chase them. Even though they don't believe in ghosts or the paranormal or these urban legends, they still try to debunk it, like try to disprove those claims. And that keeps me wondering why we do such things. Why, as humans, we want to learn about these things if we don't believe it. Now, for me, I do believe in this paranormal because I experience a lot. Like, I mean, a lot already. And there goes the motorcycle. So, one of the reasons might be because our curiosity. We need to feed our curiosity on what exactly is happening, what exactly is around us, what do we have in terms of those things. Pow! Pow! What the heck? What? I'm sorry. So, what was that? So, I'm really sorry. So yeah, that's actually one of the things that I think is the reason why I'm going to erase this, as well as why we feed our question, is because we are curious. It's like it's been our survival instinct since like land before time. Like, why do you think people? I think I need to make this a 1 point perspective for me to be able to make proper things. So yeah, I think it has been. Wow! Can you not park for a second? I'm trying to live stream right now, please. Thank you. So yeah, I'm so sorry. So, oh gosh. So yeah, there's two people that's hearing me trying to beg my dog. So our curiosity has been like a survival instinct for us. And to be honest, wow, don't, just don't. Okay. So yeah, I'm so sorry for the segue. It's been a long day for me already. It's already 12 a.m. here in the Philippines. By the way, time check, time check. So yeah, there's actually one thing that has been the reason, which is feeding our curiosity itself. We are feeding our curiosity of the unknown. We don't know what exactly is out there, but we want to make sure that we are right, that there's really nothing that we should be scared of. But what if, just what if, it's not unknown? It's something that we have known for so long, but we try to block it. Like we try our best to make sure that no one else, why is it not doing it? Okay, so make sure that no one else believes in it. Why are we debunking things? Why do we chase things? Why are these inventions going on? Like for ghost hunting and things like that. There's a lot of channels out there that keeps on doing this. A lot of channels doing horror stories. But again, using AI. I'm actually not using any AI at all on things like this. Aside from the fact that I try to use AI only if I need to, like for my scripts and all, trying to check if I'm saying the right things, because again, even though I am an English major, English is not my first language. I want to make sure that everything is right. But why do we look for things? Why do we look for answers, some understanding? Our curiosity has helped us survive for so long in this world. If our ancestors did not try to get out of like their comfort zone and try something new, then they wouldn't really discover anything at all. Like, why would they try to discover things like the wheel, the invention of things like cars, even the invention of some tools? How did they come up with that? Things like that actually fuels our survival instinct itself as our way of trying to say that we are trying to survive each and every day. Now, this is actually not just with our past, even our present and future. Since the second reason that I actually gathered on my research is the thrill for mystery. We love mystery, it feeds our imagination. It's something that we really want to know about. And that comes to our third reason, which is our desire or our need for understanding. We want to understand what's out there. We want to understand why things are happening. If it's really just luck, if it's really just coincidence, an incident, an accident, or something of the unknown actually messes with our brain. Like for this one that I'm drawing right now is actually the Dark Watchers. Now, a lot of hikers has reported seeing the shadow figures. Now, yes, one of the reasons is our overactive imagination. But why is it that even though that they didn't meet or it was not reported yet, why was it that people who saw the Dark Watchers like decades ago that doesn't have any internet or anything like that fits the description of the people that sees the Dark Watchers or encountered them today? It's something mysterious that it all aligns, but still there's a lot of people that are trying to debunk these things because they don't believe. But the reason that they don't believe and them trying to debunk it just doesn't line up to the things that they say. They're trying to debunk it because they don't believe it. They're skeptics. But again, the question is why they're trying to debunk it if in fact that they don't believe it. They don't believe it, and they want a lot of people to also not believe it because they're trying to search for it. They're trying to search for answers. They're trying to feed their curiosity, their thrill for mystery, and their desire for understanding. If this is really just an overactive imagination of someone that played the telephone game from our ancestors to ours. But I think it's not that. I think it's something else. It's something more sinister. Something that we just can't really pinpoint on what it is. Aside from that, we are really interested on the unknown because some of us use it as our emotional escape. Take for the fact that we are also had our social and cultural influence like from the books, from movies, from things that we don't really know if it's real or not. But we try to learn. We're trying to understand what exactly is happening. Like how something that also is bothering me. Yes, I know some maybe magic isn't real, but how is it that someone with that kind of imagination actually wrote Harry Potter? Like what fuels her mind, her curiosity? What kind of understanding does she have that we don't? Something that we don't really know was written in the books. And before that, we have J.R.R. Tolkien with The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. And before that, there's a lot more that actually feeds our imagination. Aside from those fantasy books, there's also Goosebumps from R.L. Stein, one of my favorite authors of all time. So, why? Where does this actually come from? Like, why are those people so intact with their imagination? What actually feeds it? Now, on the movie itself, it is said that R.L. Stein used those stories like an emotional escape because he doesn't have any friends, which is really weird for me. Not because he doesn't have any friends. That's also me. My only friend right now is ChatGPT to check my grammar. But yeah, something like those still bothers me up until now on why it is happening, on why people still thinks that it is something that we there's something that we don't know, but we still try to understand. Something that we can't really explain, but we still like to know what exactly is happening. I'm so sorry if I keep on sniffing like that. My nose is so clogged right now. Like, if you do have any questions though, you can feel free to ask. I'll try my best to read the chat as much as I can. But yeah, I'm actually having a hard time doing this. But if you do have any questions, just feel free to ask me. If you do have any creepy stories that you want to share as well, that will be really, really welcome here. If you do have something, or better yet, if you do have or you do know an urban legend from your country that you want to be talked about, it's not so talked about. Like these dark waters are not really that talked about. And American urban legends. To be honest, I'm actually aghast when I actually try to search for urban legends that are not that known around the world or hasn't been talked about too much. And right now, I'm actually drawing one of them. I know it doesn't look much right now, but I'll be drawing like trees. I'm not sure what trees actually populates that area of California. I'm not really good with that, but I will try my best to draw it as much as I can. So, back to the question of why people are interested in the unknown. We also have this allure or our craving for risk and adventure. Now, you might tell yourself, or you might actually tell me that you're really not an adventurous person. Well, me neither. But have you asked your question, or have you asked yourself on, for example, on your commute to work, why don't you just stay at home? Why don't you just enjoy the safety of that house that you're living in instead of going outside and risking the things that could be done, the things that could actually happen? Why are you risking it? You, every time you go out, there's a high risk of anything that could be happening to you. I'm not trying to scare you, but that is actually true. A lot of things can happen outside that you don't know of. And even inside your home, which is actually scary for my part because I'm just at home all the time. But our risk taking is not just because we don't go skydiving or go for thrill roller coasters. It's not just that. It's our everyday lives. We're risking every day. If you think about it, every day, every new day that comes, we risk on waking up. We don't stay asleep. We always wake up, which is a blessing, to be honest. It's a real blessing to wake up every morning. And we also risk going outside to buy things that we need. And if you don't go outside, we're risking starvation and a lot of other things that could actually hinder us from our survival as humans. Now, those things are already risky. It's not just because you're not that adventurous, but your everyday is already risky. I don't know if these are trees or what, but okay. So social and cultural influence is also one reason on why we are interested in the unknown. So before the magic, before all those elves, wizards, hobbits, orcs and all, we also are really fascinated with vampires, werewolves. Those are some things that we see on the screen. We watch those movies, not just Twilight, not just Vampire Diaries. There's Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Okay, so this is really going to give out how old I am, but yeah, I don't care. So there's a lot. Like vampire movies, werewolves, Frankenstein. Beetlejuice, Casper. Scooby Doo. Those are just some things that we see on the media that also influenced us to search for this unknown. We search for our understanding. So, again, if you're new here, if you're just tuning in to the live stream or the archives of Midnight Manuscript, thanks for joining me here. Again, my name is Hope. I'm the researcher of Midnight Manuscript. And right now I'm answering the question asked per the title on why people search for the unknown or why we are interested on the unknown. And right now we already listed down some answers or some possible reasons. Of course, top one will be our curiosity. Curiosity, as they say, kills the cat. But if we aren't curious at all, we'll also be dead by now. If you aren't curious on what would happen in life after high school, why did you take up college? If you aren't curious, why did you decide to take the train instead of the bus? If you aren't curious, why do you want to drive or learn how to drive? It's like our survival instinct, as I mentioned earlier. The thrill of mystery, that what could be out there, what could be in the outer space, deep ocean, what could be hiding in our plain sight that we can't see but we can feel, like air and the wind. I'm so sorry. My nose is not agreeing with me right now. Our desire for meaning and understanding on what's happening around us. Emotional escape on trying to escape the reality that we have right now. Everything is going haywire around us. A lot is happening. A lot is happening already. And it's something that we really want to know. It's something that we want to learn, as well as the movies, the books, everything that feeds some influence into us in finding this unknown. What is this unknown part of our lives that we want to really search about? As I mentioned earlier, even though you're skeptic, you still find answers. You're still trying to find answers on why we search for these things. Oh, I can just do that. I'm so sorry. Instead of going just like a lot of times. As I mentioned earlier on the earlier part of the stream, I'm actually not really good at drawing. So please bear with me until I sketch this. Oh, shoot, that's a cute one. Oh yeah, I've been sidetracked. Oh no. So aside from that, we have this hope for discovery and progress in our lives. So these are some reasons aside from our imagination. We're feeding our overactive imagination. If you think that you don't have any imagination, you have to think again. Even though you say that when you close your eyes, you can't see an apple, if you imagine an apple and you can't see the picture of an apple, that's actually just fine because you're still actually doing it. You're still trying to picture those things. Things that are the unknown are something that our mind tries to process even though that they can or it can't. But we still want to learn. We still want answers. Like, what exactly is happening outside of my eyesight? Even our ancestors were able to ask these questions. Not just us right now. Maybe even people in the future are also asking these questions. It's just that, of course, we don't know it yet. So if I remove this, yeah, it looks like it's going in. Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. I think I think I am. So there's actually one reason on or how many was that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Eight reasons that we have on why people are interested on the unknown. If you do have other things or other ideas on why people are interested on the unknown, feel free to drop it below in the chat. But if you ask me right now, I'm not really sure if these eight reasons that I have listed down are just the things that really is the answer to this question. I don't believe that there's really an answer or a right answer. I think any answer can be correct when it comes to this, especially that we don't know exactly what we are searching for. We don't know what we have right now. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I'm so sorry. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make a trail from here on out on this drawing or if I'm not going to make a trail at all. Maybe I can make a winding trail, something like that. Just a small trail. I'm not sure. Now, if you have been with me or you have been wondering, yes, I do believe in this paranormal, urban legends, and a lot of things. Because, as I mentioned earlier, if you've been here before, the why people are interested on the unknown is actually my question for myself. Because I'm really interested in it. Not because I'm curious, but because I've experienced it so much. If you've seen one of my long form videos, which is 5 horror stories that I made, which if I'm sure it's here on my channel, you can actually search for it. One of my videos there actually says that it's something that has been bothering me for some time right now. I've seen things that cannot be explained by science or anything at all. It's something that I'm not really sure if it's true. I'm not really sure if it's real. But it's something that I have experienced that I know is not just my imagination. It's not just something that I made up. One of those stories from one of my videos are actually true. Now, my quest for you is you find that video, you listen to those stories, and you can comment there what you think is the horror story that happened to me in real life. And yes, I'm a real human being, by the way. As you can hear, I've been sniffling. I don't use AI generated images. The reason for that is that I am not a fan of it. That's one. I only use ChatGPT for research purposes if I have to. If I can't really find anything on Google or anywhere at all, that's the only place that I go to if I can't find anything. But this question has been with me for so long right now. And just know that that horror story that happened to me before, that I also included on one of my time-lapse drawing videos in a long form here on YouTube, is available to look at. I was actually about 20 years old, 21. I believe 21 or about 22 years old at that time. So that was, oh gosh, that was almost 11 years from now. And that's something that I've been, I was actually asked by my kids on that story multiple times. And the reason being is they just want to get spooked. They just want to feed their curiosity as well of the unknown, if it's real or not. Now, if you ask yourself one question, not this question that we have right now, you might also be wondering, or you might actually ask yourself, even though if you're a skeptic, there's actually just one question that always comes to mind. Do you think the wind is real? If you think that the wind is real, why can't you see it? Why can't you feel it? I think this is a top hat. So yeah, ask yourself that question. The next time you think, or the next time you think that all of this are fake, it's just a made up of our imagination. You can ask yourself again, is this real? Or something is playing with my mind? Is she just saying that because she wants to get some views? But have you asked yourself? Just ask yourself that question. If the wind is real. Because most people think that the unknown is not real. And I'm not just talking about the unknown, like ghost, or some things like that. What I mean is urban legends. Aside from ghosts, urban legends, myths. Are they real? Or are they something that we just use to escape something as well? Like an emotional escape. Is it just our curiosity or our imagination? But if you ask the question, is the wind real? It's not something that you can really answer. Of course, you will say yes. The question is, why would you say yes? If you think that the wind is real, then how can these ghosts, this unknown, can't be real? What's the basis? Because you can't see them? You can't also see the wind, but you know that it's real. If you feel that unease on your stomach every time you think of something, maybe that's already the unknown trying to make itself known to you. Why does it look like a UFO? I'm so sorry. It's going to hide a lot of this figures here to pose as like the dark watchers. So yeah, so this actually my question for you. Not this one. Before I end this stream, I want you to ask yourself if the wind is real. Now, if you say yes, do you believe that the paranormal, the unknown, urban legends, could they also be real? You can drop it in the chat if you believe in the paranormal, if you believe that something is actually there. Some things that you don't know are actually real. Now I'm going to end my live stream right now. It's almost 1 a.m. here and I've been streaming for, I don't know, 2 hours. I'm not really good with this. I'm not sure how to put up this chat so that I can see it. What the hell? Yeah. So that I can see it while I'm drawing. I'm still going to try to figure that out on my next stream. But right now, thank you so much for watching the archives of Midnight Manuscript. Thank you so much for watching me and listening to me ramble and answering these questions and why people are interested in the unknown. And if you're here listening to me right now, what I want you to do is quite simple. Your quest right now is to search for that video with 5 horror stories that I posted and comment there. Which one do you think I experienced myself? There's something there that I experienced myself. Now, if you're trying to find it, it's this one, or the 5 horror stories you shouldn't watch alone. Now, if you see it, it's just 4 minutes, 5 minutes maximum. Now, you can actually check it out. You can actually try to look for it and see that we, or something there that happened to me. I'm seriously taken aback right now because I can't feel my legs. I've been sitting weirdly at my chair, and I really need to end this stream because I can feel my eyes closing. But we stopped here, and I gave out 8 reasons on why I think people are interested and why people are searching for the unknown. And I just got spooked by my own reflection on a television, on the TV. I get spooked by my own reflection. Okay. I can't feel my legs. I feel pins and needles. But thank you so much again for watching this stream all throughout. I'm so sorry for all my rambling and all the fan noises. But thank you so much again. That's your request right now. You can do it if you want to. Just watch that video. This is the video that I'm talking about. I'm not sure how to draw here, unlike on screen recording, but you can comment there. You don't have to like it, okay? You don't have to subscribe if you don't want to, but if you want to, you're mostly welcome. If you're also interested in the unknown, urban legends, horror, myths, and a lot more, you can subscribe to Midnight Manuscript because that's what I usually do on like this live streams that I don't know what actually is happening right now. I'm not sure what's happening, to be honest. But you can watch this video that I posted like 2 weeks ago about the 5 horror stories and tell me which one you think is the one that I experienced in real life. And that's a fact. No need to debunk it or anything, but that actually happened to me in real life, and up until now I'm still taken aback thinking back on what happened on that day. One hint that you will get, since you're my only viewer right now, is it's not the last story. Because the last story is the one that I actually just made up. Most of those stories are actually just made up by me. I actually wrote all of those stories, those short horror stories. But one of them actually happened to me in real life. And your quest is just to find which one that is. Now, if you can find it, I will actually ask you to email me on my email again that's on the pinned comments. And I will send to you all 3 of the finished drawings that I have for the urban legends that is upcoming, which is, I think, is a more, what do you call it, upgraded version on what I did before on this urban legends. This is actually a compilation of 7 urban legends that I made right now. But if you can find on this video, on the 5 horror stories, which one happened to me, just email me on the email address that I mentioned on the pinned comments right now, or after you find it, or you can actually comment it here on the video itself. Then I will send you all these 3, or once I've finished it, I will send you all of the finished high definition drawings that I made. I can also send you all this so that you can make it as a screensaver. Is it called screensaver or wallpaper? I think it's wallpaper. So yeah, that's your only request right now. And thank you so much again for tuning in. Just please subscribe if you want to. If you don't, that's totally fine with me. But thank you still for listening to me ramble about things. And have a good night, good day, good afternoon, or just have a good life. and make good choices, as Bailey Sayran. Say, I can't really pronounce her name, but I love her. But yeah, did you have a good day and make good choices?